Welcome, my fellow wanderer, trapped on an endless treadmill of existential pain and devastation. Today we learn bass. I'm Meri of the darkness, and I've witnessed many people suffering through the process of playing the bass. I was once the lead singer of a band called Meri of the Darkness, but it disbanded, as your band will inevitably do as well. The band had a bass player. Anyway, the bass is the most underappreciated member of the band. Literally, no one cares about the bass. Except this guy. Miserable, isn't he? Just like all of us inside. That's what I like about the bass. It's a true representation of how unimportant and miserable we all are. The bass has 4 strings that are all assigned notes. Just like how we're all conscripted at birth to follow down a torturous predetermined path of mostly office work and trying desperately to find a tomato sauce that reaches the perfect balance between wet and clumpy. Of course, to no avail. The notes are E, A, D, G, which stands for envy, apathy, disappointment, and granola. I find assigning words to the letters helps with memorization. You should learn the words and the letters with which they begin. Your right hand fingers the strings in a similar fashion to patting a small turtle or other helpless animal doomed to turn into sashimi or a tacky souvenir product. Be gentle with the strings, but firm enough that you get a sound out of them, because that is also important. Your thumb should rest upon the pickup. Rest, but be unrested, trapped like a pop figurine in its box, never to be opened, lest it lose its eBay value. Still, but unstill in its soul. Watch and learn, comrade. Watch and learn. Apathy, apathy, envy, granola. Apathy, disappointment. Start by saying the names of the notes out aloud until the desperate croak of your undervalued voice echoes within your soul. Then stop saying the names of the notes out aloud, because no one says the names of the notes out aloud as they perform. There are other notes. You get them by oppressing the strings down on the fretboard with your left hand. The other notes also have names. Just like the alphabet has letters that go in a certain dictated and brutally enforced order, so do these musical notes. The order is a helpless loop. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 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 etc. Each one of the frets entraps a different note on each string within its cold metal bounds. The dot inlays, which are wounds that have scarred over on the fretboard, try unsuccessfully to help you quickly see where on the fretboard you are. There are flat notes in between some of the notes. This basically means like the flat, lifeless world upon which we walk. These notes are also a disappointment and did not tonally reach the non-flat note level. This is a flat note. Does it sound particularly disappointing? Good. Sometimes I find flat notes hard to discern because all notes are disappointing to me. Anyways, now that you understand notes, let's move on to rhythm. Rhythm is like your struggling heartbeat. It has a beat. They say some people can feel rhythm. Some days I question if I can even feel. Sometimes the darkness that I drown in stifles my senses so much that instead of feeling, all I can do is smell. I have tried. You cannot smell rhythm. But on the days where there are feelings ever so present, torturing all your senses with their biased, cruel ways, you can channel them into making rhythms. This one is pretty common. I call it the ticking clock counting down to our untimely end rhythm. It is deceivingly even and full of unmistakably sad, lonely beats. This one is also common. I call it drone that wallows below our suffering rhythm. It's long, painful, and full of discomfort, like trips on public transport. Finally, this is another rhythm you should know. I call it short and agonizing, then long and forever scarring rhythm. It's like short beats followed by a long one. Yeah. Congratulations, my patient and determined, but ultimately cursed friend. That's probably all you need to know to play bass. You don't need to do what he does. I have no idea what he's doing, or if that's even a bass. It has more than 4 strings. I don't know what the other ones are doing there. The end. Fin. A, B, C. The notes are E. Oh, whoopsies, sorry. I have tried. You cannot smell rhythm. Shit! Oh, I was doing so well. A, B.